Kamala's Lager who is here. And I'm telling her I'm not coming back home. But before we get into this meat of this discussion here, I want to tell my chairman, Rika Ramjit, don't allow the media to worry her. I know that particularly, of course, one of them is up in the bosom of the UNC. Let them stay there. You know something? I saw a big headline, "Have mercy on Jack." I read the story all over. Nothing about that. The Archbishop called me to apologize. He said, "I never said that." I say, "Archbishop, you know Andre Bagu in the Newsday. Why you talk to them fellas for? Don't worry yourself for that." They all begin. They never begin with hard-working Jack Warner or Jack Warner MP for Charles West. No, corruption accused Jack Warner, embattled Jack Warner, and so on. Nothing. But they will never say, "Ganja found Prime Minister." Never say that. Right? If you want to be fair, then say that. But don't let the papers worry you. When you get vexed, Chairman, you will the sunshine. So, my colleagues, I heard you all on the way up.
I didn't get any sellout.
Yeah, but I'll give you mine. I have only one.
I want one too.
I only have one.
I want one.
All right. We will print another 5,000 more again Tuesday. But this one coming here, hot like a chula, you know. Hot like a chula. But I was saying to you, Chairman, that at the end of the day, you are not nowhere, but you'll get it. But yesterday, I was with the ILP bandwagon. In fact, before I say that, you guys were great tonight, you know. Then you were very good. Very, very good. You time, very, very good. In fact, I couldn't believe my deputy political leader had so much fire. Real fire. I was shocked. You see what Grande does to you, Dane? Bring on the fire in you, man. So yesterday, I was with the ILP bandwagon in Indian Walk in Maruga. The same meeting that we had 5 people this year. And tonight, we have only 3. Publish that. So I was there last night, and tonight, the ILP bandwagon rolls into Sangre Grande. Tonight, my friends, I want to talk to you a little about the People's Partnership Government. But more importantly, I want to talk to you about what the ILP can do for your country, and more so for Sangre Grande. But I know that. But to talk about that seriously, about what we can do for Grande, I will have to come back. I have to come back for a 3rd time. And therefore, when we come back here for the 3rd time, it's Grande and Grande alone. So tonight, let me talk to you briefly about a government which has shaken the very foundations of our republic with lies and deception. This government, from day one, lied to this country. It lied to you about Reshmi Ramnarayan qualifications and her fitness to head our security agency. And when she was discovered, this cub of a lioness, she's not a lioness, she's a cub. This cub of a lioness, because you see something, you know, the lion is king of the beast, and the lioness is supposed to be queen of the beast. But if you have a weakness, then you're either kitten or cub, right? And she has a weakness. Pandey says so. Humphrey says so. I say so. She has a weakness, so she's no lioness. But of course, when Reshmi was exposed, I said this cub of a lioness in a cabinet meeting broke down in chairs, and she rushed according to that. You know something? The Guardian said Jack Warner, what do you say again? Jack Warner, quite like a baby. Oh God, well at least ask me now. At least ask me. You could print the same thing you want to print, but ask me, I go say I cry like a man. Right? But I ain't cry as a baby. I ain't cry as a man. My nose had no snot. I don't understand. I never cried. And you'll hear why. So I'm saying, therefore, when Reshmi was exposed in cabinet, Kamala rushed off in tears. She left the room. Plenty. And she, of course, was followed by 3 cabinet members. Ministers Ramgulam, Sipasad Bechan, and Toppin. They rushed after her while Mary King and Therese Cornelis remained in their seat. I asked the Prime Minister today, Prime Minister, did you not cry in cabinet? This cabinet crybaby, who to this day has not denied any of the allegations made against her, cried like a baby when Pandey in 2007 made me co-leader of the UNC Alliance. She then left the House of Chan, rushed home by Suraj, lied down on his bed, and drowned him in tears. But I ain't start yet. I want to remind the Prime Minister in question form of some of the allegations that have been made against her, to which to this date she has not responded. I want a yes or no, Prime Minister. So I'm asking you again, Prime Minister. Prime Minister, do you smoke marijuana? Yes or no? Does anyone known to you in your close circle smoke marijuana? Yes or no? Prime Minister, was Christian Gokul ever your night guest at any time at the PM's official residence? Yes or no? Remember, I say at the PM's official residence. I ain't asking nothing but to house in Philippines, because that's your husband's business. Right? Not mine. But your official residence is all our business. All right? Prime Minister, you have 2 entrances, post 1 and post 2. The post 1 entrance at the dip center is only to be used by you and your spouse. PM, please tell the nation who else uses this entrance from time to time. Only asking. Asking. I feel like what Surat Prasad say that Reka is not a good. No, she says she's a fraud of a lawyer. He false papers and so on. Surat Prasad, who owe me still. Right? But I'll come to him another time. You see? So I have a lawyer here. I'm asking the Prime Minister tonight to tell us at the private entrance called Post 1, which is to be used only by her and her spouse. Tell this nation who else uses that entrance. Tell us. And also too, Prime Minister, based on your relationship with Christian, did Danny Enterprises receive favorable contracts? Yes or no? If she says no, okay, no problem. PM, the Gokul's houses and lands on Estate Drive, are they part of a bigger plan to build dormitories for students at Idebe campus, a mere 5 minutes away? Prime Minister, which other of your ministers, either past or present, and I'm talking about the immediate past, also has lands on Estate Drive? Prime Minister, did any member You see what I mean? All I do, I whistle. All I do, I hear a name and I whistle. Prime Minister, did any member of your cabinet who was not a part of the official delegation to China, did that member occupy the adjoining room next to yours at the hotel? Just tell us. Just tell us yes or no. And tell me, I have no problem. Because I'm saying to you that these are things she must come clear with. If you want to be reelected, people want to see the kind of character my Prime Minister has or does not have. And therefore I'm saying, tell us those things. In fact, if I had time tonight, I would ask her some more questions. But for the time being, that is enough. Then I heard her say I heard her say that she fired me. She fired me. So I went back to my archives for any evidence of Kamala firing me. And listen to what I found. Let me get a tape, please.
Accepted the offer of resignation of Minister Jack Warner as Minister of National Security. Advised His Excellency President Kamona to appoint Senator Emmanuel George as Minister of National Security and to add to the portfolio of Minister Ramachan in addition to his existing portfolio that of works and infrastructure. That's it for today. Thank you very much. Accepted the offer of resignation of Minister.
Hold on. I accepted the offer of resignation. PM say I accepted the offer of resignation. But she say I delusional. She have since gone off. She accepted my offer of resignation, and then tells the whole nation she fired Jack Warner. But that is why she's called Kamlaya. You see, because the fact is, she never fired me. Kamala will never get a chance to fire me in her life. In her life. Right? So I ask you tonight, on that tape alone, who is lying? I said I resigned. I heard Dane tonight. I resigned. No, I told Dominic this afternoon. I resigned. And when I came out the door, I met her three Kabbalists, Suraj, Munilal, and Sharma, people inside. I said, go in, guys. I am out. Go and fix up. I'm out. So you see, while they were taking high fives at my of course leaving the government, I was smiling because I know that marked the beginning of the end for them. So I asked again, who is lying? I asked the question because you see, I am quite serious tonight when I say the next editorial in the Sunshine will be lying excuses. Line excuses, and I'd ask Sparrow to help me because Sparrow tune is a good tune. Line excuses. And therefore, what of Kamala's PP government? My friends, we are not the richest country in the world, but the wealth of resources we have here guarantees that we should be able to meet every problem that we face.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I went last week to the hospital in Sangre Grande. I can't believe it. Right? I mean, listen. You go there to die.
Yes.
And there was a time when that was number one in the country.
Yes.
So therefore, I'm saying to you that we face problems, and we should fix those problems we face, but not through wanton waste. Our treasury has been raped, my friends. Corruption and nepotism are the order of the day, and our country totters on the brink of decay under this people partnership government. All we need, my dear people, is intelligent leadership working unselfishly for the good of all our people. But this was too much to ask of this people partnership government. Poor leadership is Kamala's claim to fame. Truth is a luxury which Kamala can't afford. In fact, that's the only thing this ultra-wealthy Prime Minister can't afford. Truth. She lied when she said, I never help her financially. She lied when she said that she never put a 5% cap on wage negotiations for workers. She lied when she said that she never promised $3,000 per month pension at age 60. She said it was a misprint. She lied when she said she did not know about marijuana smoking at her residence. And she lied when she said she fired me, and I bowed down in tears. I bowed down in tears. My father died, I ain't cry. I'll cry for Kamala. Tuesday's Express headline read $5 million buyout top cop. Alfonso in talks to purchase police vacation. that headline shocked me. I was incensed. Because there is no way that anyone could tell me that this government is not trying to bring our senior police officers into further controversy. And shame, sure, and shame.
Yes, and shame.
Already the country is unhappy over the fact that the special branch, the Prime Minister's detail, had their leave purchased in the same month, that the plant-like substance resembling ganja was found. They applied for the leave to be bought since 2012. But in April 2013, the leave was bought the same month. And I'm saying to you, Cabinet had that note since 2012.
Wow.
April, I call April month ganja month.
Yes.
It was the same special branch that conspired to conceal the marijuana find and never reported it to their superiors. And to this day, there is no report of it to their superiors. The Police Social and Welfare Association, that body that represents the police, was not even consulted. Wasn't consulted. And I'm saying that leave of the special branch, the Prime Minister's special branch detail, that leave that was bought, no one consulted the acting commissioner of police, no one consulted the Police Welfare Association. Nobody. So therefore I'm saying, it seems to me that there is some link between the substance in the Prime Minister's house and the police special branch leave that was bought out. I'm saying to you also, as far as I sit here, it is there are two sets of marijuana. Not one, two sets. The 4 ounces under the windowsill and the grams in the male toilet. But very often, the way they talk, the right person is one. There were 2. 2 in 7 days. And 7 days after, the special branch leave was bought out. Well, 4 ounces is traffic. I'm saying to you also that the acting commissioner of police promised to launch an investigation into the alleged conspiracy. But but the fact is, the same way the poor acting commissioner of police wasn't informed about the 4 ounces of marijuana, he wasn't also informed about the plant-like substance as well. And that we say. And now, therefore, all of us are sitting down waiting to hear what Superintendent Garrick will say at the investigation. Because we hear suddenly plans are afoot to spend $5 million to bear the leave of the senior officers. $5 million to bear their leave. I tell you again, that is total madness. The fact that the police association is upset and has threatened legal action tells us all is not well in the police service. In fact, for the first time in this nation's history, a police official is saying that the government is trying to provoke the police to destabilize the country so you have a state of emergency and no election. The police says so. And they could suspend him until they want. They can't take back the spoken word. He said so. The fact, my dear friends, that this time, for this $5 million in leave, this time, the acting commissioner of police was consulted. And he, of course, I'm saying, he was consulted. And he said that he agreed to bear the leave. But for me, and for you, that creates a sense of anxiety. And therefore I'm saying, there's more the water that made the puzzle. The government denied the existence of any plant-like substance resembling marijuana. You see when I get marijuana up by your roundabout? That is marijuana. When I get in Philippines, it's a plant-like substance resembling marijuana. Right? So therefore I'm saying, the government denied the existence of marijuana, but it's true. It was true. The government again openly denied that Jack Warner was one of their financiers in 2010. A fact known by everybody in this country. The leader of government business, Munilal, openly denied my involvement in paying for his wife's education overseas. But then he had to retract it later on and admit what I said was true. The people of this country want this government, once and for all, to speak the truth. Speak the truth so that faith can be restored in the leadership of our country. My dear people, hey, all you good, you know. All you very good, boy. Hey, all you very, very good. Oh my God. My dear friends, the acting police commissioner gave his word to the police association that he would not condone the purchase of any leave of any member. Any member. And in fact, all of you saw what he did with Wayne Dick. When Wayne Dick leave was to be bought for $500,000, he said no. But mere weeks afterwards, for $5 million, he says yes. Yes. I'm telling you something. Again, something is amiss. Yes. I am saying to you tonight, listen good. Yes. How come now, when there's an investigation into the alleged conspiracy to conceal the find of a plant-like substance at the Prime Minister's home, how now, I'm saying to you, everybody agrees to buy out the leave of the top brass of the police? How come now? How come now? So, my friends, something smells to the heavens. I'm saying to you, therefore, there's a conflict of interest in this situation, because the same guys who have to investigate the prime ministers by a one-off fine are the same guys whose leave have been bought out, and the same guys leave bought out by a cabinet headed by the prime minister. Something is amiss. Something is amiss. I tell you tonight, the approach by this government is selfish in its motive, is brutal in its method, is false in its promise. As a people, we must stand with the police association and defend the integrity of our country from these miscreants. We are not going to accept the reason given by the acting commissioner of police for agreeing to the buyout. We will not do that. And I'll tell you also that some of these officers have excess of 90 days vacation. Why didn't the commissioner ask them to go and leave? How can you manage? How can you manage? Right? I think you must know how to manage your organization. Right? And I'm telling you, Wayne Dick must be angry like hell. Now I tell you also, this government baffles me and baffles you. Everything this government does, everything they do, requires us as a people to question their motive, because they cannot be trusted. Every investigation which has been broadcast in the public space has reasons for us to be very concerned about the actions of this government. Prison Gate saw Honeywell resigning because the Prime Minister gave to the alleged perpetrator the same file to inquire about. Email Gate, which resulted in resignation of two persons, one of whom was a distinguished judge. Section 34. Well, that is for the last week for the election. So I hold that back, That is the week before, that is September the 1st, I'm talking Section 34. So let me hold that back. All I'll say is, Section 34 was a fiasco. My friends, the Speaker of the House, Wade Mark, had to apologize. Had to apologize to the House when he made an inadvertent error. Now, an inadvertent error is a very sophisticated way of saying a lie. Right? So he lied in the House. I remember. I remember. I still remember. Not me, huh? I get a pre-action protocol letter yesterday. But it's the most foolish letter I ever see. I mean, I'll put it in sunshine. It's the most foolish letter I ever see from a fellow who's a lawyer. Send me a letter on Jet Hardin, who will come to just now. And if you see dotishness in that letter, by chance, I said Jet didn't pay for that. Right? I said so. And by the way, Jet supposed to leave the country Saturday, Yeah. It's supposed to leave Saturday. So I'm saying, therefore, we can go on and on about the many missteps which have brought this government into disrepute. We can discuss the devious motives which give rise to these missteps. Now I ask you a question. Seriously, I wonder whether Christian Gokul is the real reason for this $5 million buyout of the police. Yes. I'll tell you why I say so. My friends, there is to be an investigation. If the government is serious, you must investigate all the shenanigans. What is it again? Shenanigans. You see, them kind of big ones kill me. You must investigate all the bacchanal involving this $6 million man. This $6 million man has some questions to answer. Yes. I won't quibble tonight about who owns the house, because in due course that shall be revealed. But his response to the said ownership, Gokul's response to the said ownership, needs a thorough investigation, because many concerns arise as it relates to the Financial Intelligence Unit Act of TNT, Chapter 7201. Mr. Gokul alleges that he is the owner of the property next to the Prime Minister's residence, which was purchased without a mortgage. He purchased by selling stone. In Tobago, a fellow said bunking and body. Built a palace. Cucumber. In Trinidad, one sells stone. Right? Tell you something. Anyhow, I won't say it. I won't say it. So I'm saying, therefore, he bought the house without a mortgage. The newspaper reports that the money was a gift from his father, Danny Gokul, through a check or 2 checks. And these checks were shown in the media. They showed that the gift was given to him by Danny Enterprises Limited, a company in which his father is a director. It wasn't given by the father, but by the company. This company, Danny Enterprises Limited, received over $100 million in contracts from the government over an 11-month period. Many of them sole select. Sole select means no tendering. You do a so 7 million. You 8 million. You no tendering, no competitive bidding, and so on. Sole select. And Danny got $100 million in 11 months. So I'm saying, therefore, the question which arises is, what did Christian Gokul, the Prime Minister's neighbor, do for Danny Enterprises, a company that received this vast sum from the government? How could he receive a gift of $6 million to buy a house? Let us for a moment assume it was Danny Gokul who gave his son the gift. Would it be considered the commingling of funds if his father's personal funds are then tied up with the company's corporate account? And Vika, isn't that against the law? Furthermore, did Christian Gokul declare this gift of $6 million on his tax return? And did he pay the corresponding tax for this gift which he received? My friends, these are not malicious questions. These are questions that require answers. But it's only through a thorough investigation that the truth shall be revealed. The problem is, who now will head that investigation? Those $5 million buyout police officers? Who will head it, I am saying? The same policemen who had a leave buyout from a cabinet headed by the Prime Minister? The close affinity between Christian Gokul and our Prime Minister is an uncomfortable situation. Christian is not only her close friend and neighbor, but also his friend of the Prime Minister's son. Can we trust this government to launch an audit into the affairs of Danny Gokul? Can we find out if there was any financial impropriety at this stage? I say to you tonight, don't hold your breath. The reason I'm telling you don't hold your breath, because up to now, all the rumors making the wrongs, up to now, we don't nothing but the answer to hell. Nothing. My friends, first of all, I find it ridiculous at the amount of allegations leveled against this government. And the thanks. Thank you. That is like a carib. Okay. That is as Grey Goose. You see what I mean? You see your light bacchanal? Yes, I find it ridiculous the amount of allegations leveled against this government. My friends, the people's government is a mean-spirited government that spins a web of deception and lies, hoping to deceive us. But I have got news for this government, because the fact is that the people of this country have had enough. And the evil which has plagued us will now plague us no more in a few months' time. Kamala's empty rhetoric will be valueless. And especially for the election coming, totally valueless. She can try as much as she wants to demean me, the messenger, but this country will never forget my message. This government is evil, wicked, corrupt, vile, profane, debased, and contemptible. On September 7, 2015, all of you must remember them. But before I close, I have a word for the present Minister of National Security, Carl Alfonso, who says that, I quote, "Jack's claims sound like madness." No, here's a man whom the Prime Minister rejected. She told me she doesn't want him in his household, in her household. She didn't want him in her household. She told me to find a job for him in National Security when I was Minister. I had to go and talk to the PERMSEC to create a job for him as Deputy Chairman of National Security Training Agency. Again, ask Gary Griffith. He don't lie. He don't lie. Why tell you here? The Prime Minister did not want Alfonso in her household. But the same Alfonso she put as Minister of National Security. So he ain't good for your household. He's good for your country. And he's telling us that he did not see anything. But Alfonso at 11 p.m. at night, where are you? In your own house? How you could see? And in any event, they're passing through another gate. In any event, but he so wanted to defend the Prime Minister, he forgot that she didn't want him there. I say again, don't ask me, ask Gary Griffith. He know also. He don't lie. The other thing I heard was Stacey Wapnerine. She jumped in the political guile. A young girl, a political infant, she jumped in the guile with her foolishness, attacking a woman. I, Jack, want to attack a woman. Yes, Stacey, I did. And the woman, of course, is the Prime Minister. But I want to ask Stacey, since she's so critical of me attacking a woman, what she did when she was philandering with another man's wife, what she did was not a woman. Was not a woman. When no, the fact is this, she was a philanderer. A man's wife was at home, hurting, in pain. Which was worse, that man's wife or Kamala? How could she be more concerned about Kamala and not the man's wife? I don't want to attack Stacey. She's a political infant. But Stacey must know her place. She must know her place. And finally, I saw a guy, Yatming, join the UNC bandwagon. They're desperate like hell. desperate like hell. But I say, if I were Yatming, I too would do the same thing. My friends, from tonight until September the 7th, from tonight until election day, I changed my name from Jack Warner to Jack Spanier. To Jack Spanier. And I'm stinging them left, right, and center. No government should ever be allowed to rule this country again like the PP. No way. And before I close, I have a few words of advice for you, the people of Togo Sangre Grande. And the first is to put your house in order to vote on the 7th of September. Make sure your name is on the polling list so you can vote for the RP candidate for Togo Sangre Grande, whom tonight I formally introduce to you. He's homegrown from Providence Street, Sangre Grande, Dane Francois. Alderman Dane Francois for Togo Sangre Grande. I say again, he's homegrown, Providence Street. So vote for Dane Francois for Togo Sangre Grande and vote this government out. Vote this government out. And in doing so, bring peace once again to our troubled land. I thank you.